Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming out. If this is your first time, just settle in. Feel free to help yourself to coffee during the presentation. You'll notice a couple months ago we upgraded to the bigger vat of coffee, so we shouldn't, it is like, well, we came from two small pitchers, so there should be plenty to go around and we won't be hearing that gurgling sound of the empty coffee container. So before we kick off and get started with our presenter today, a couple announcements, and also want to say thanks to our sponsors. We have Derek in Field 59 in the back doing the live stream and the video recording. And Derek's been a faithful partner since day one with 1 Million Cups, and if you ever can't make it, you can always tune into our live stream, so you can see the presenters and then go onto our YouTube channel and see our past presenters, which is pretty cool. We also are very thankful for Old National Bank. They provide the coffee here from Crescendo, and without their support, we wouldn't have any caffeine to kind of get us all riled up for the Q&A portion. And then, of course, the library, who donates this space to us every Wednesday. It's a fantastic spot with great AV equipment. If you ever have community events, please check out the library because they offer this room to nonprofits and no-cost events for free. So it's a great resource in our community. And then speaking of community, we have Forward Fest, which is, gosh, about 2 weeks away. Everyone have their Forward Fest pass? Yeah. Yes, I see some hands. In case you don't know what Forward Fest is, it is just basically an entrepreneurial event that encompasses the entire city for about a week. And there are all sorts of events. You can always find something that's going to pique your interest. I'll be hosting Ven Fair this year with 1 Million Cups, kind of hoping to follow in Dennis and Alan's footsteps and leading a good event. But it'll be a part of Badger Startup Summit, and you'll be able to see kind of who are the players in the Madison startup ecosystem. We have some great sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring, tables are $250, and it's a great way to get some exposure and meet some other people who might be, might be interested in hearing about your services. Did anything I missed that you think I should add?
We have. I'm Dennis Barnum. I'm a Merlin mentor, among other things. And what she's talking about is Badger Startup Summit, which has now become the lead event for Forward Fest. This is our 5th year. It's actually an all-day event. We start in the morning with what we call the Disruptive Evolution. It's 7, 8 speakers that come in and talk about disruptive technology that they're working on in the area. Because it's not just about IT, healthcare, and life sciences in this area. There's a lot of work going on in different areas. So that's very informative. Rachel has agreed, and we're very thankful to take over the Ven Fair this year, which is a chance to meet the ecosystem and the entrepreneurial community, both the nonprofit and for-profit. And then we follow that with my event, which is called the Pitch and Replay. And that's an opportunity to pitch your idea 5 times to different tables. You get 5 minutes to pitch, 10 minutes for feedback, and then you move to the next table. And actually, Karen was in it last year. Yep. Derek, you were in there a couple years ago. And it's been very, very successful. And the best news is, if you want to pitch, we actually give you a free pass for the day. So, yeah, it's really a good event. We're really excited that you're taking that over this year, because we've struggled with Ven Fair a little bit, but it's under good hands now. So check it out, badgerstartup.com, if you want to pitch. Sign up for it. I think we have 4 slots left. And so if you want to do it, get in there quick.
Awesome.
Right. Thanks.
Cool, thank you. And then just on a 1 Million Cups related note, you saw this last week, and we've kind of been cycling through some of our 1 Million Cups organizers each week, and we're looking to expand the team and really grow 1 Million Cups. We think it can be even better than it is now. So if you're interested in kind of being a organizer of 1 Million Cups, reach out, let us know. And we have a lot of different tasks. Some of them don't take a lot of time, some of them take more time, but we'd be happy to chat with you about the opportunities and how you can get involved. So just shoot me an email or go onto the 1 Million Cups website to get in contact with us. And then before we start, we'll just do some quick introductions. I'm Rachel Neal, CEO of Carrick's Consulting Group.
I'm Tom Willis. I do some patent consulting for software and technology companies. Gene Cook, software engineer.
Jessica Jacobs-Vichinsky. I'm with Taylor Care Enterprises. We assist family caregivers.
I'm Brian Rathbone with i5 Digital Fitness.
I'm Mitch DeWitt, Merrill Lynch Wealth Management. I have a focus around something called impact investing, which basically helps clients incorporate environmental, social, corporate governance criteria into their portfolio.
I'm Clara Benzo, HR Manager at Akita Box.
Laurel Gosheroy, Customer Success at Akita Box.
I'm Jake. I'm a producer at a small video production company, Storybridge.
My name is Lee Lazar. I'm a commercial insurance agent with Associated Agencies. Just an all-around insurance guy.
I'm Derek Kevler with Field 59.
I'm Matt Lowy with Fine Point Consulting.
Zach Blumenfeld with Third Space.
Aiden Winnery, currently with M3 Insurance, but will be working at HealthFinch in the next week and a half.
I'm Chandra Miller-Feenan. I'm with Starting Block, and I'm going to make 2 quick announcements. Sorry, I always do it. One is Starting Block, as part of the Forward Fest, is doing a Challenge Cup, which is a pitch event with innovative companies. It'll be on the Friday, August 18th. There's one more day to apply. There's also one more day if you want to be a sponsor. We're still looking for sponsors for that event as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's on the square at the Boardman and Clark Atrium, so it'll be really pretty, and then people can just go out and go live on King Street and party on Friday night. The second thing is Forward Fest has a lot of events, and they've put together a really great website. But if you're not a member or signed up for the Starting Block newsletter, we actually put an entire guide of Forward Fest all together so that you do not have to click all the way through the registration pages. So you can see the times, the locations, the brief descriptions, straight to the registration page, whether it's included in your access pass or whether there's a fee or pre-registration required on it. So if you're looking for how to manage Forward Fest really quickly, sign up for the Starting Block newsletter. It went out on Monday, and then we'll repeat it next in a week. So, thank
you. Tim Connell, data science and software development.
Shannon Flash. I'm a project manager at WPS.
Alex Moe, I'm a reporter for WisBusiness.com.
Jeremy Udovich with a company called Heiko Solutions. I work with CTOs and IT executives to help them find data science, software development, and IoT engineering teams out of Eastern Europe.
I'm Michael Simonson. I'm a product owner at HealthFinch as well. So let me be the first to say welcome.
Angie Allen, marketing and operations at Nova One Networks.
Dan Anderson, the accounting firm Baker Tilly.
Seth Braddock, CEO of Kilter. It's a fitness rewards program. Get $1 worth of rewards for every workout.
Travis Human, owner of Stray Cat Bicycles. It's a consumer direct bike company based here in Madison.
I'm DP Knudten with Collaborator Creative. I collaborate creatively with a wide variety of individuals and companies on everything from custom writing to nonfiction branding.
Jeff Trengler, project manager at Epic.
Frederick Melms. I'm in my final semester of law school.
My name is Trezzy. I am a software consultant helping engineering teams improve their process. I am also the host of 100 State of Mind. We are trying to find the entrepreneurial spirit through conversation. I am looking for entrepreneurs that are interested in interviewing and being part of the panel discussion on a podcast. So if you're interested, hit me up.
Jason Santor, workforce recruitment at AE Business Solutions.
Neil Mathwig, realtor at Realty Executives, and starting a show and brand called iHeart Madison.
I'm Jordan Roberts. I'm a Medicare consultant with WPS Medicare Solutions.
My name is Diana Pastrana. I hope you guys all know what I do by now. But if you don't, I work in office interiors, so remodels and focused on small business and startups.
Brian Davis, I'm with Old National Bank on the Square.
Andrew Gonzalez with Old National and Commercial Bank.
Hi everybody, I'm Brian Warnicki. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at iMyK9.
Good morning everyone. I'm Karen Orr. I am the founder and CEO of PAWS by Ono, and we make iMyK9. It's really simple. iMyK9 is a baby monitor in your car for your pet. iMyK9 lets you keep an eye on your canine. You see, we believe our lives are better when our animals are with us. Whether that's going on errands over the weekend and you take your dog with you, or you're going on family vacation across the country. But the problem is there are times where we need to step away from our vehicle and leave the dog there. This can be unsafe, and in some states it's illegal. So what we have developed is this product. It is a portable cellular device that mounts inside your vehicle, provides safer travel for your furry family members when you're together. This cellular monitor gets mounted in your vehicle. There's a Bluetooth tag on the dog collar that communicates with the device, and the iMyK9 app is on your phone. When you're traveling together, it lets you see, hear, and talk with your pet when you're away from your vehicle, so that your dog, your pet, is never alone. You are in constant virtual presence with your pet. Additionally, the Bluetooth tag will let you know the temperature, humidity, and feels like temperature in the vehicle at all times. You'll also get push notifications if it's getting too hot in the vehicle. Now, the American Veterinary Medical Association will not let a dog or any pet travel in the hull of a plane if the temperature is greater than 85 degrees. It's unsafe. That's the parameter and threshold that we've used for iMyK9. So what will happen is on the app, if you're between 33 degrees and 79 degrees, it's green. You see it, you know it, life's good. You start to creep 80 to 85 degrees, it goes yellow. You hit above 85 degrees, and on your phone, on our app, you're going to get a push notification that says your dog is in an unsafe environment. You have 90 seconds to respond, I acknowledge. Now let's say for whatever reason, you don't. There's many reasons for that. With police officers, what we found is they might be on a call where they're deep into a building, they might not get the cellular connection, or they're on a pursuit and they can't get back to it. And what will happen is we've built in a ton of safety precautions into this product. And at 91 seconds, if you have not acknowledged, yes, I understand my dog is in an unsafe environment, it will automatically, at the 91st second, send out 4 rescue messages that you can pre-install when you download the app. So there's a backup system. And on these rescue contacts, they're going to get the text message that says, hey, Karen's dog is in an unsafe environment. Karen's not responding. We need you to rescue Karen's dog. And because this is a cellular device, you get the GPS coordinates of where that dog's at. Now, let's just say for whatever reason, those 4 rescue contacts don't acknowledge. They have 90 seconds as well. So at 91 seconds, no one's acknowledged. 100% of your social media contacts are going to get the rescue message with the GPS location of where that pet is, and somebody's going to get out there and rescue your pets, because this is an absolutely preventable accident from happening. Absolutely. And because it's cellular, we can connect with anybody, anywhere. Now, these 2 options are voluntary opt-in only, yes or no. But I will tell you that when we have talked with law enforcement, search and rescue, detection dog handlers, they absolutely want this, because the very first person on that rescue contacts for them is dispatch. We need to save that animal. And then the 3 others that they seem to prefer are canine handlers that will handle it, the dog. Pardon me. Here's a little video. See if I can get it to work with technology.
Well, as you can see, the iMyK9 video monitor sits in your car, attaches to your window or wherever it's convenient, so you can see your pet literally in the video window if you're streaming over the internet securely. And then we also have the pet tag. This would ride on the collar of your pet. And what that does is it allows us to know wherever they are in the vehicle via Bluetooth connection to the video monitor, the temperature, the humidity, and also the real field temperature of where your pet is in the car. You can also push at any time to talk to your pet so they can hear you, and then you can also see and hear them.
So really, how big of a problem is this? Well, I will let you know that over 55 million households in America have at least 1 dog. And studies show that of that population, at least 27 million Americans travel once a week with their dog. Okay? A lot of people. It's also amazing to me that in researching this, there are thousands of people that travel with their cat. Never knew this, seriously. Wow. But the whole point of this product is preventing animals from dying of heat stroke. So all are welcome. That's why we talk about pets, but our niche market is dogs. But we do talk about all pets. Now I will also tell you that studies show that statistically at least 5,000 dogs die of heat stroke in America every year. And honestly, experts believe this is 2 to 3 times that number. Now let's add on top of it that of the 50,000 police canine, not search and rescue, not detection dogs, just police canine officers that are in the United States. Since 2011, recordings show that over 9 of those canine dogs die every year because they were forgotten in a vehicle by their partner. Now, a lot of the police canine systems actually have systems in them, but honestly, some communities do not. The ones that do have them, it's a hardwire into their unit. So then when they go home, put them in their personal SUV, truck, car, whatever, there isn't anything. And police officers have told me the stories when I've interviewed them. They go home, they've had a rough day, they park in the garage and they go in the house. And their dog's in the garage. And that's where their dog dies. That doesn't happen with iMyK9 because it's on your phone and you're notified. Your dog is in the car, it's getting hot, you need to rescue the dog. Absolutely, positively. This is preventable. Now, we all understand that people travel with their furry family members because we love them. I have dogs, cat, horses, yes, absolutely, positively. I don't believe these 5,000 deaths are negligence. I believe it's ignorance. Accidents happen. It's amazing to me how fast and how hot a car can get. So here's what I've heard. Well, I park in the shade. Did you know that on a 70-degree overcast day, in an hour's time, that car can heat up 40 degrees? You do the math. That's 110 degrees for your dog that's wearing a furry coat. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Well, you should never travel with your dog on a hot day. You know, I think we all appreciate that. But 2 things. Number 1, it's those tricky days, that 70-degree cloudy day where you just don't really get it. Or number 2, police canine dogs, search and rescue dogs, detection dogs do not have this luxury. They work 365 days of the year, rain or shine, to protect us. They get left in vehicles. They should not have to suffer. I understand accidents happen. It is never the dog's fault. And again, we can help prevent this. So what are we talking about dollars and cents? Well, when you get hot, you're hot, and then the first thing you're going to evolve into is heat exhaustion. For pets, an estimate is that treating an animal for heat exhaustion is right around $2,000. If you do not rescue that animal, by the time they hit heat exhaustion, they will evolve into heat stroke. Estimates are right around $3,000 to $5,000 with treating an animal for heat stroke, and there's absolutely no guarantee whatsoever that you will save that dog, save that animal from dying. Not at all. So now let's then talk about then the emotional loss. It's not just financial. We love our animals. That's why they're with us. Those service dogs are saving us. Communities adopt these animals. We have capital canines here in Madison. So let's talk about what we know in terms of financially from a police canine dog. Entry level on a police canine dog is anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. It's financial, it's emotional, it's a cost that doesn't need to happen. And honestly, we believe that iMyK9 can help because technology hasn't caught up with the pet world. But we're here to make that happen. So, why are we here today? We believe it takes a village to make real change. And I'm going to tell you right now that Madison is an amazingly friendly pet community and is an amazing community to be involved with. But we need your help. We're a startup company. And it's going to take all of us to spread the word. Because I'm going to tell you 100% of the people in this room either have a pet or they know somebody who has a pet. And I need you to help us, and I need you to feel the love and spread the love and let people know about iMyK9 and how it can help prevent animals from dying of heat stroke in vehicles. On August 22nd, 2017, yes, T-minus 10 days and counting, we will launch our Kickstarter campaign. I would like you to go to actually our website, iMyK9.com. Invite people to go to iMyK9.com. We have our link there for our Kickstarter campaign to get the word out, to feel the love, and to help us to save animals. Because it's going to take all of us. It absolutely is. And we can't do it without you. In the coming days, you're going to be seeing our social media getting out into the airways. And actually, I've talked with a couple of y'all today, and you've already seen some of our messages that are going out there, and I appreciate the feedback. You'll find our link to Kickstarter, but we don't want you to go there. We want you to go to our website, iMyK9.com. That was my boy, Gunner. That was my special dog. That was my 3-year-old son. That dog's the reason for iMyK9. He saved my life. And when he traveled, he just got a little nervous, and I was always apprehensive about it. And I'm like, you know what? There's got to be something out there that can help me as a pet parent to make sure that my pet is safe when we're traveling together. There wasn't. I went to the Consumer Electronics Show in 2015, wasn't out there. I come from a military family. The answer is, if you don't know the answer, suck it up, Buttercup, figure it out. So since there was nothing out there, I said, all right, we're going to make it happen. And that was the beginning of iMyK9. Thank you so much for your time today. Dennis.
A couple questions. One is, you talked about the threshold for dogs. What's the threshold for humans? I mean, are we going to be sensitive to what they're feeling?
I will tell you that that is a third rail in the automotive industry right now. There are some products out on the market that deal with sensors that are in child seats that are out there to kick in air conditioning units, because I will tell you, we are ever cognizant of the fact that every year in America since 1998, 38 children under the age of 2 have died of heat stroke because they're forgotten in the vehicle by the human. It's absolutely tragic.
I have 2 questions, and one you kind of hit on. What's the projected price point of the unit? And the other thing is, it's kind of playing out the scenario in my head, and even if 5 people on your social media came in to rescue the dog, they would probably be approaching a locked car, my guess is.
And the law lets you break that window.
Well, although I have to find something to break the, I'm not going to put my fist through it, I guess. So that I suppose that I was just thinking that would kind of create another problem, and if they have to break the window, now I got to figure out how to do that, and am I going to do that, and X, Y, Z. And I'm just wondering, have you ever looked into coupling this with a device that starts the engine?
Absolutely, we did. In the very beginning, that was part of what we thought our MVP was going to be. The issue is that there is, in America, automobiles live for about 11 years. Is it a stick shift or is it an automatic? What brand is it? And now we're in the age of the smart cars. Cars that are actually connected. Newer cars actually have that app on their, you can put it, when you buy the vehicle, you can put the app on your phone, and you can do that with some of the newer vehicles. It's literally across the board. The technology was absolutely insurmountable to be able to do that. So with our MVP coming into market, it's okay, we got to start with the first step. We've got to get out there. We've got to save the animals. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. These animals are dying because people just don't think it's a problem until they go back to their vehicle and they find their animals passed. So we've got to make a first step. Price point wise, so I'm allowed to say that we have joined with the largest cellular network in the country. I'm not allowed to say the name right now. And we are wrapping up contractual negotiations with them. It looks like a 3-year deal. This is in pencil. This is not in pen. But it looks like we're coming in anywhere between right around $400 for the entire unit.
What's the battery life like on this? I mean, you have a problem with that?
This is a Samsung Galaxy J7V. It's got at least a 12-hour battery life. We've actually taken the Samsung, we've modified it.
How about
This is a Samsung Galaxy J7V.
Right, but
So
the
this-
device you put on the dock.
So this is just a
battery
Bluetooth
powered,
tag, and this can last anywhere from 12 to 24 months with the battery that's in it, because it's an impulse. Every minute it sends an impulse of the temperature in the
right? And
vehicle.
are there other things that you're thinking about sensing on the animal and motion?
That's a
and that
great
kind of
question. So it's really quite interesting. This will be on the Kickstarter. I didn't talk about it today, but the livestock world is very interested in this as well. And so we are actually offering 2 products during our Kickstarter. You guys are on the cutting edge of this stuff, so thanks for coming today. But there's a new bandwidth out there called the M1 bandwidth, and it's for IoT connected devices. And what we're going to be offering to them, because it's interesting that PBR, not Pabst Blue Ribbon, but professional bull riding. Last year, I was contacted by a gentleman who supplied bulls for PBR, traveling across New Mexico at night, had 2 of his bulls there, very expensive animals. They forgot to put the windows down. They lost both bulls. So this new M1 sensor tag that we're putting out for iMyK9 as well are for the people who may not necessarily feel the necessity for seeing, hearing, talking with their pet when they're away. They want to know the temperature's okay and everything's okay. The additional technology on that one is we will have a carbon monoxide sensor, because those are a lot of times open trailers. When you go to events, it is, oh man, it's like packed back to back, side to side to side to side, and sometimes people will have their engines running, and you want to make sure that the animal's not exposed to carbon monoxide, because that'll kill any mammal quicker than quick. So there is some differentiating technology for us.
So, obviously this has an application inside the car, but have you guys considered just general monitoring, like GPS, the dog gets out, it's got this collar on that can be located. I'm thinking of a friend who just went through trying to kennel train her dog, and she would have loved to have seen her dog at home, making sure it wasn't barking, waking up the neighbors, that kind of thing.
And that's a great question. I will tell you, there's really 3 avenues of what we're talking about in the pet world. First of all, at home. You do not want our product for at-home monitoring your dog, because aside from the cost of the unit, there is the monthly cellular fee associated with the connectivity. And I do believe that we'll evolve into the point where eventually you can actually just put it on your phone plan. We're a startup. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. There's over 50 products on the market that are for home, they're Wi-Fi, you pay for the device, there's no connectivity charge. That's what you want in your house there. Nest, Arlo, Splink, there's a ton of them. Now if we talk about GPS, a tag on your collar so that if your dog gets out, oh my goodness gracious, where's my pet? Whistle is a huge one in that field. There's at least a dozen I can rattle off the top of my head that locates the dogs when you're out and about walking, or if they get loose if they get loose from the house or something like that. Absolutely.
So there's kind of products out there that are...
This is a market though that there's not great options. What is out there are for more of the professional dog, but even then, I don't know how many of you remember, but last year in Kohler, Wisconsin, at the professional golf tournament, there was a police canine officer there. They have a system that keeps the air conditioning running in the police unit. The police officer went back every 5 to 10 minutes. The system failed. In that short amount of time, they lost that police canine officer. It goes that fast. And because there are so many deaths, we just need to stop the madness. We need to save the animals, and that's why we've come to the market with iMyK9.
You're hitting the emotional card really hard, which is not incorrect. I'm not saying that at all, but there's and you made a little bit of the argument on the cost-benefit analysis. It seems to me that little old ladies in Pasadena, pardon my French, is absolutely a market, and having been in Florida, there are a lot of people with disposable dollars who love their pets. That market can totally see that, but I see another huge market, which is kind of the mil spec. Can you make that military specification? Can you get it in the hands of the Department of Defense for all sorts of animal monitoring and management? So there's that question. The other one is the 85 degrees. Is that hard-coded in, or is it possible for certain entities to change the specifications based on their custom needs?
Great questions. I'm going to answer both of them. The first point, yes, baby boomers are our target market. Millennials are our target market. Government dogs are our target market. We've connected with people, so we already have government certification to venture into that when we get our product out after our launch. So that is on the radar as well. Because it's everybody. everybody has animals. Everybody travels with animals. Now, when we talk about, blanking on the second point, hit me with that again.
The military spec, or the little old lady question, and then the
adjustable temperature.
The adjustable temperature. So on our 1.0 version, it's 85. But we are always talking with people, and we realize that in the evolution of it, so we ran into a DNR guy that does have a dog, and he goes, well, my dog's in the truck, and I go trekking out. I'm 10 minutes away from my dog. Can I set the temperature lower so that I have time to be notified and then get back, because I'm in BFE and there's nobody to rescue my dog. I get that and I understand that. So for right now, coming to market, you'll never be able to go higher than 85. With our 2.0 version of what will be coming out eventually, we're going to set it so that if you want to lower the threshold because you realize you're going to need a safety cushion to get back to that vehicle, absolutely, that's in the works.
So pro version, consumer version.
Yeah, right here.
What's your retail strategy post Kickstarter? And is that $400 price the Kickstarter price? Is that going to be your final retail cost if you end up going through shops and stores and whatnot?
Great question. I'm going to tell you that we totally believe on being a B2C. We have no desire at this moment in time to be in a storefront. It's a very hard product to put on a shelf, to market, to get out there. Social media is absolutely at the forefront of connecting with baby boomers, millennials. They absolutely, I just read an article 2 days ago. They're buying homes so that they got someplace to put their pet. They believe in IoT, they believe in safety, their pets are their family members, and they're very connected with social media.
True, but if you discount, any type of third-party retailer like Amazon, that could be another
I'm not
huge
discounting Amazon. When I've done my research with Amazon, we're a startup, we're just coming out. It's actually somebody from town here is with Amazon startup. But the feedback that I've gotten for right now, this moment in time, because Amazon has the ability to just adjust the price point that I would have to offer, right now, today, that is not my first step. Is it potentially a future step? It absolutely is, and it has to be considered. But until we actually get everything kind of gelled up, we're solid on where things are, and we get, right now, again, the largest network out there that wants to help us out, which is awesome, that's what I get to say when I sell 1,000 units. If I sell 10,000, when we sell 10,000 units, then I say their name.
Right.
So it's just about the whole process of where we're at in our business.
My only concern with that is, whether you have the profit margin built in for that other retailer.
Yep, and we actually are doing reverse pricing.
Okay.
So that we make sure that with our BOM, this is this, and then we have to keep the lights on, we have to pay for insurance, we have to get the product out, because we're ever cognizant of the fact that Kickstarter sold the coolest cooler ever, $8 million, and I still don't believe it's shipped. That's unacceptable. We are a business, but I'm sorry. We are going to save pets' lives.
Are you looking at communication channels that can either evangelize or even resell for you, like pro trainers? If you, I know friends of mine who bought a $5,000 Labrador Retriever as a hunting dog. The last thing they want to do is watch that emotion and money go down the drain in a situation.
And we have done that. We've set up channels. So I was in Myrtle Beach this year at a national conference called PAWS, and it was with just social pet bloggers. Pet bloggers. And we are connecting with them and asking them that, you put the message out and you're our forefront people, and they'll get codes, and then people who come through them to come to us, you put the code in and they get a kickback. So we're ever reaching with our people who are getting our message out. Red shirt, please.
Yeah, I have two questions. So the first thing that came to mind, you said you have 4 emergency contacts that get signaled, right? And then if they don't answer, it goes to your social media. I'm worried about the bystander effect. What if somebody knows that the message goes out to everyone, they just say, someone else is going to take care of it. How do you deal with that? And then if someone does answer it and go to save the pet, what if the car is locked and the windows are up? How do they save the pet?
Okay, so number one, this helps prevent. But the bottom line is, it's the owner's responsibility. You need to take accountability for your actions. And if your actions are such as that you're taking the responsibility of another mammal, another living being with you, you have to be accountable for that. Right now, a lot of people don't have anything. We want to help prevent. It's a tool. It's not the answer, the end-all, be-all, but it's a tool. With that said, if you accept the responsibility as a rescue contact to actually go there, then do your job. Because no offense, it's not about you. It's about not letting the animal die. So you can either call your friend, figure it out, get the hammer out of the back of your car and knock the window out. But the answer is, and if you need to, you can call 911.
The legality of breaking the window, is that nationwide?
No, it's not nationwide. I think the last count was almost 50. But the verbiage in the United States with laws that are out there is almost uniformly, you cannot leave an animal unattended. Well, we provide the notion and the belief that iMyK9 provides a constant virtual presence. Your pet is never alone. Now look, I have 2 kids. In my home, we have a baby monitor. At night, that monitor is right by the side of my bed. Am I in my daughter's nursery all the time? No. But I'm watching my daughter at all times because I'm making sure I can hear my daughter, I can see my daughter, I know what's going on. My furry family member deserves at least the same consideration when we're traveling together so that I can see and know that my animal is in a safe environment. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
Yeah, well, some of the questions I'm hearing are really about how do I prepare my contacts and then how do I prepare everybody I know to be ready for this. So is there some kind of, is there the soft skills setup guide that comes with this to be able to say okay, this is how you set up your hardware and to the message that goes to my social media. Do I get to customize that message to say, hey guys, this is what's going on. I love my, dog. If you're gonna go and take care of this, reply, respond back so other people know that you're doing this. And when you've actually, smashed my window, can you reply and let me know that let everybody else know that the dog is okay? Because the other thing is I'm also thinking I have friends who are in New York and, Virginia, and obviously I'm not going to go save their dog because that's just not going to work. But it would be really nice for me to know oh, now I'm really anxious about Kristen's dog. Oh, great, Kristen's dog is okay.
And that's a great question. I will tell you that the way this tag works is that it's on the dog's collar. When it comes within 15 feet of the monitor in the vehicle, the activation of the system occurs. You take this out of the box when you receive it, you just turn it on. It's already booted up. The tag comes within 15 feet of the unit, the system's running. The tag falls away from 15 feet of the unit, the system's off. So there's many assumptions that can be made. Number one, dog's not in the car anymore. You as the owner, which you're linked in to watching things, you're notified of all these steps. You're notified, my rescue contacts have been notified. You're notified, my social media contacts have been notified. Everybody's made aware of it. There is the point though when it comes to communication, you cannot, at this point in time, you cannot customize your message to your friends. If you feel that it's your social consciousness and the protection for your pet to say, hey, I'm going to make you my rescue contacts, tell your people. I'm going to have my kid go to a babysitter, I'm going to call my babysitter, I'm going to tell my babysitter what's going on, I'm going to tell her about her feeding schedule, her sleeping schedule, everything that's necessary. There's natural responsibilities that are associated when you take on the joy, the pleasure of being with your animals. Rachel.
Is this also compatible with an iPhone?
Yes!
Okay.
Android and iOS compatible.
So you're not getting, when you get the unit, you're not getting a cell phone, you're getting a camera.
You are. You're getting this.
Well, you're getting a cellular connected device that currently in our current MVP it's a cell phone. Now it's just a data connected cell phone. You can't make calls on it. It doesn't get a phone number established with it. But it was the best way for us to get to market quickest. I mean, if we were to create a proof of concept, and actually the engineering team we worked with did create a proof of concept, a big old block with a bunch of antennas sticking out of it. It was very, very awesome, but geeky, But, so the camera, we went on it's an Android-based device. The app itself works on Android, works on iOS, all the same features, everything like that, and it's configurable.
You leave that cell phone in your car.
So you leave that cell phone in the car.
You will bring your cell phone.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's a sender unit.
So there's a sender unit, exactly.
And it can never work as a phone. We've modified it. Jeremy?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so beyond Kickstarter, certainly that's a big focus right now. Are you actively raising funding?
We are. We
Beyond
have started talking with folks. It's interesting that I had the absolute privilege of talking with the head of Nestle Purina North America and a meeting with him and then legal and their innovations. They have a venture arm called 9 Squared Ventures. And we're it's rewarding of all the people that want to talk to us about this. But we realize that right now we're bootstrapping. We are looking for investments into the product. But if it happens, that's outstanding. But we're not going to stop. Yes?
And then do you have any strategic advisors on board at this point to help in that mission?
We do, and I'm going to let y'all know right now that none of this would have been here today without the help of iMyK9 Solutions. They have been instrumental in helping us with this. The president, Martin Mosserberg, he is an amazing man and has helped us immensely. He has dogs as well, totally believes in the product. My brother is a retired colonel in the United States Marine Corps, and he is a member of our advisory board, and he is connecting us up with government protection dogs. And then additionally, Chris Boyd was the director of Capital Canines. She has retired from that position, but she is still actively involved in international search and rescue, and she is part of our advisory board as well. Right here.
I'm going to ask the worst question of the day. This is the meanest and worst and most insensitive, so I apologize in advance. Among the networks that you're exploring for sales, you are talking to the veterinarians who are going to be treating dogs for the heat stroke, heat exhaustion, and trying to get that sale, right?
Absolutely, and what we've done.
So sorry.
Well, no, in talking with them, what we've actually done to try and help out is that we foresee once we get things rolling, in order to actually get to the population that we need, because I'm actually a physician assistant in general surgery, but with this calling, no, this matters more. But from that standpoint, they have the one-on-one. They're the one treating the heat exhaustion, the heat stroke. They know their patients and who travel. So we actually foresee that we will give them pamphlets and posters so that the people that are their patients that actually are doing this to help prevent animals from dying, hey, here's iMyK9. And that's how we anticipate evolving into that avenue.
That's not a horrible question.
I'm sorry.
It's a great question.
That's
Yes,
a
sir,
great
Frank.
question.
So, this is just, I think I'll take over for the worst question asked.
It's an arms race.
Right to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. So, if I have a dog, I love my dog. So if someone leaves a dog in a hot car and the dog dies, are they charged with a crime?
Yes.
Does this open them up to any more legality because of the fact that now you have an alert system that you had to ignore? And if I accept this as a rescue person, am I now somehow involved in this by agreeing to it? And if so, do you guys have like a disclaimer saying, hey, yeah, I'm agreeing to help, but that doesn't mean that I'm now liable or part of this section? Because when you send it out to everybody, you kind of open them up to where it could be a problem?
That's a great question,
don't know if
and
it's
I will
now.
tell you that from a physician assistant standpoint, what they have is the Good Samaritan law for humans.
Okay.
So I'm driving down the road and there's an accident, I pull over because there's an accident, I want to make sure everybody's okay, I'm protected. Because the bottom line is, society, we all understand help. Help.
At the same time, lots of language with lots of caps.
User guide is really big.
Yeah, user guide's gonna be awesome, so.
We have like one more question, I'm going to go here, just kind of.
What is the temperature threshold for a phone, for a device?
So what we found is we run temperature specs on this, and where your windshield meets your headliner, that's the optimal spot to actually mount this, because then it's not in direct sunlight. And when you're done using it, you stick it in the glove box that's in the user guide, so that we actually are minimizing the actual exposure time, because we all know, you hot day, you get in that vehicle, you touch that steering wheel, it's like, holy smokes, that's hot. So, no offense, it shouldn't be holy smokes, that's hot in the vehicle when you get in there, if your dog's in there. So it's one where we're getting it out of the sunlight, it goes in the glove box, you're minimizing the time, and for what we know with the technology that's out there, you shouldn't blow it up. Rach, you want to wrap up for us? Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate it. We can talk after.